How's it going, everyone? Let me stop this little thing here. I'm not sure what this is here. I think this might be my phone here. All right, there we go. All right, everyone, how's it going this evening? Welcome to another episode of Rants About Tech Live for Saturday, December 28th. It's still holiday season right now. So I'm not sure. I wasn't even sure whether I was going to do a stream today because I'm like, is anyone going to join the stream? It's really still the holiday. So I really wasn't sure what was going to go on with that, but I'm glad you guys are here joining me today. I appreciate it. Let's go to the chat here. Let's see who we have here today. We have. Did we get the? I don't think the intro music got going. We got to do the intro music. There we go. We got to do the intro music, you guys. Let's get the intro music going. Again, like I said, thanks you guys for joining me this evening. Oh man, we got Ed in the building this evening. Thanks, Ed. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. Let's see who else we got here. We can do the air horns while we got the intro music going on. Let's say what's up to the members here. We got Jay in the building, of course. How's it going, Jay? We got Ed in the building, of course. Let's get the air horns going for Ed. I appreciate you joining us this evening. We got BM in the building. We got who else? I thought I saw Aaron in here too. I could be wrong. We do. We got Aaron in the building too. There we go. Big up to Aaron too. How you guys doing this evening? As usual, you guys know on the weekends we're just doing a end of the week like roundup of the stuff that we covered during the week. If I can get this microphone situated, we'll be good to go. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So we're just going to go over some of the news we covered throughout the week here and just kind of touch on it again for the people who couldn't join us throughout the week. And so, if they have some input, they can voice their input on the live. And I'm just going to drop some news here that I have for us as well for the chat. So let's go ahead and get started here. See what we have up first here. The first thing is, I think, no, we didn't have a show Monday. So that's gonna mess us up for the Monday weekend review. But we did have a show Tuesday. So Monday was just a miscalculation on my part there for scheduling. But Tuesday we did talk about what did we do? Oh, we had the mishap with the 0.12 micrometer difference in the display to ink distance for the Supernote Manta, and we had the mix-up that I had that there was a 3 there. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it. I mean, we have to go ahead and take a look at it now. There we go. All right. Yeah, so we definitely have to go ahead and take a look at it now. There was a mix-up that I actually put in my video. And so we'll take a look at that whole mix-up there. It's this slide right here. It was so. Oh, snake! UI a shirt update. Can I send you one? But I need the address. Yeah, I got you. I'll send you the address, Ed. Let's go to the chat here before I get into this because I think we're missing things. Oh, one of the things I wanted to touch on too. You know what? Before we even get into this 1.2 micrometer thing, let's jump off with we're gonna start with the Discord. So there was a lot of good conversation, a lot of discourse in the last live we did, which was Friday. I wanted to capture that, but couldn't because of it being a live. You can't kind of revisit those conversations afterwards and build on them. And we've been talking about Discord here for a couple of weeks now, so I figured go ahead and make that because that would have been gold to have on our side on the live Friday. So what I did was I created the Discord, and we're going to send out invites tonight. So if you I guess we could just send these out to people. But if you want to invite to the Discord, throw it in the chat, and we'll get that situated we'll send out an invite to whoever wants one to the Discord, to the Rants About Tech. I'm setting up a room for discussion for members. There's also a, let's go ahead and check this out. Actually, we can take a look at it. Actually, let's see if we can get this on here. Let's see if we can get this up. I'm not sure if we can, but yeah, the chat replay is one way to do it. But you can't build on that conversation, and that's what my thing is. If we had the chat in a live place where it can just live, people can revisit those conversations and build on those, contact people who made those conversations possible. But yeah, that would be awesome. All right, I got you, Jay. I'll throw you an invite to the Discord. I'm trying to get it up here. Let's see if I can. Oh, that didn't do it. Window capture. There we go. I probably should have thought about this before I started the live, but here we are. And I don't see the Discord server. Oh man, why does this have to happen right now? All right, well, needless to say, we have it. And what we'll do is we'll get that going. We'll get the Discord server going, and I'll send out the invites for that. The Discord does allow for links. I made it so we can do links. I added a couple voice channels just for members. And I made it so we can do links. I also added the whiteboard app to the Discord. What we're going to do too is I'm going to have a poll soon to where I'm going to basically put in some things that I want to add to the Discord server, and just to see what the members want the most. And we'll just kind of add things a little bit kind of as we go. We'll just add something, see how it works out. Add something else, see how it works out. And just to make it a place where we can have good conversation. Like, man, this would have been gold Friday with that Supernote pin loop idea we had. We could have been sending information back and forth, having a rich conversation about it, but we were kind of limited to the tools that are available to us in the live, which is to say not very many. We would have definitely benefited from having some Discord server access on Friday. All right, so that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We got there's a couple. Oh yeah, the highlighter functionality. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is how good I think that highlighter idea is, chat. I think the highlighter idea we talked about, what day was that? The highlighter idea we talked about on Thursday. Lies. The highlighter idea was Friday. The highlighter idea we were talking about on Friday. We might have mentioned it on Thursday too. We might have mentioned it Thursday. But the point being is that that's something I'm gonna push for that. Like the dude with the circles on the remarkable. I'm pushing for this highlighter. I feel like it's that good of an idea. I do. I feel like the highlighter is that good of an idea that if I harped on it every live for the next 8 years, we might get it. And like the A5X10, we'll get it. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make that my thing. I'm gonna start my own crusade for the highlighter having the long press and then the option for keywords. I'm making that push. So I wanted to put that I wanted to put that out there. All right, what else we got here on the weekend review? The micrometer. Yeah, we were talking about I was mentioning the micrometer thing that happened. So we had this happen. We had this mishap happen. Well, I just assumed that this was millimeters cubed here. So that was a Monday. That was a Tuesday thing. This was stumped us Tuesday, but we got to the bottom of it. That's not millimeters cubed or micrometers cubed. Millimeters. It's the 3 for the footnote down here. Oh boy. There we go. Oh, this data stems from a comparison with the Supernote A5X. So that was our day. That was our day Tuesday. That stumped us. We worked on that hard, and then we figured it out. But that was good. That was good stuff. We had a new video come out Tuesday. Version 4.0 beta. We talked about the version 4.0 beta Tuesday. I think it was the version 4.0 beta. Yeah. For the I think it was the Go 10.3. And we talked about that. We also talked about my love for 60 frames a second. I fell in love with this week. This will forever go down as the week I discovered 60 frames per second was so nice. I've known about it, but I didn't know how good it was until I saw my hands in 60 frames a second compared to 4K 30. And then so that was a thing. We figured that out this week. 60 frames a second, HD, yes. 4K 30, caca. So by comparison. What do we got in the chat here? Let's see what we got in the chat here. Discord, absolutely. Definitely. So I'm gonna just send some invites out for Discord. I used to use Discord for Pokemon Go. Dude, that was a good use of Pokemon Go. I mean Discord. I was a Pokemon Go junkie. So I get you on that. If I had thought about using Discord for that, I would have been even more in deep. I used to use this. Oh, then we can use Boox Rapid Draw with the Discord whiteboard app and eInk on it in real time. Yes, that would be awesome. Especially for drawings and things like that to illustrate something you want to show. You know what I mean? That's kind of why I think this will be huge for collaboration. Especially the kind of ideas we like to toss around on the lives. You know what I mean? Throughout the week. What Ratta needs to do is bring the PDF highlighter tool to notes and EPUBs. I mentioned that, and they asked me about that specifically. So maybe, like I said, I'm hoping that they're taking this seriously. If not, I'm gonna harp on it every day. I'm gonna take your PDF highlighter on my back too, Ed. We're doing it every day on live. I'm starting a live every day with the highlighter problem. It's not a problem. I'm just gonna highlight the fact that I like it. I think it's a good idea. Does it work today? How could it work better? Have we refined all the rules yet? Have we worked on the logic? That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna do it. Big fan of this highlighter idea. Yes, definitely. Organize for change. Ed says it won't work with the pen tool using the same gesture. Yeah, but see, maybe that's something they could come up with a unique solution for, right? I'm just here for the highlighter, right? Everything else they can figure out. I'm leaving that in their trusty hands. All right, so what else we got here? Thursday. We didn't have a live Wednesday because Christmas. Thursday we had Max and Voya's video that we went over. Max had a video talking about Python and how you can take handwritten documents and notes and make them editable on the import them into the Supernote platform and still have them be editable. And I think that was phenomenal. So yeah, check Max's page out if you haven't done that yet, and check out that video. It's an awesome video. It's like magic, literally. The work he's doing over there is phenomenal. We watched the Jeffrey Moss video too on Thursday. What video was it from Jeffrey? I think we watched the battery results he had for the Manta, and some other things he was talking about for the Manta. There, or maybe he was talking about that was the battery for the Note Air 4C. We were looking at something else. And then we also watched the Manta video from Jeff. So that was great. Node Air 3C 4.0 update. We talked about that briefly on Thursday as well. The Node Air 4C update, Node Air 3C update for version 4.0 firmware for Boox. That was interesting to me because it turns out that they didn't have widgets on the 3C. And when I thought the 3C would be totally capable of handling the widget version of version 4.0, like the same way the Node Air 4C has that version of firmware version 4.0. I thought that it would come to the 3C exactly the same way. Turns out that's not the case. That is not the case at all. Let's go to the chat real quick. Ed says the PDF tool has a highlighter comment annotation tool. Blah, blah, blah. Specify on that because I'm not following. But so yeah, I think that's awesome right there. But yeah, so the last thing we had on Thursday was the half folio and the magnet situation. So I brought up the fact that the half folio, there's an argument being made that the half folio doesn't have magnets, or they didn't go with magnets for the half folio because of how they would interact with the screen. And basically I showed that, if the folio has magnets in it that keeps it closed, because when you turn the device upside down, the cover stays closed. So something's keeping it closed, and that something is magnets. I think someone in the comments that day brought up the fact that there are many different types of magnets at different strengths, and they use a different type of magnet for the cover than they would for, say, the magnet that you would use to keep the actual cover on the device. Like how they do for the Nomad. So different types of magnets, different types of situations, and I get that. But still, they're using magnets nonetheless. Anoop says you can select text, then choose to highlight it, comment on it, or annotate, write about it. Okay, that's you and Ed are doing that. Okay, I got you. Okay, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry. Friday we had Supernote highlighter. We brought up a Supernote highlighter issue, or not issue. I don't want anybody to think I think it's an issue with the highlighter. There's no issue with the highlighter. I just think that the highlighter could have a secondary function. You know what I mean? I think the highlighter could have a secondary function that serves the purpose for keynotes or keywords. We're pulling for that. We're pulling for that. We also saw Voya's Pinstar video. We spent an extensive amount of time on that. I went to the replay to watch that back. Half the video was that. I got to stop doing that. We also talked about the Pinstar eNote N10 Pro. That doesn't seem pro to me at all. So I thought that was very weird. And I made my stance and defended my stance that the eNote is the best, or produces the best PDF image on an eNote device that I've tested. I defended that. I think I successfully defended it. I'll leave it up to you if you don't think so. If you want to see that, check out Friday's show. Manta pin loop. This is why the Discord came into play, because the Manta pin loop is just not sufficient for what I want to do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say that was a misstep. I'm just gonna say that the pin loop, how it's like implemented, huge misstep. Huge misstep. I think it could have been done so much better. And we have people making efforts to make it so much better. So we'll see how that goes. What else we have here? I took the pin loop off. So on live, I took the pin loop off. I was like, I'm so disgusted with the pin loop. I took it off entirely. So now this is what we're working with. We just abandoned it altogether. We put the plug in here. We put the dust plug in, and this is how we're rocking with it. That's how we're doing it. You know what I mean? No pin loop. So that's what we're doing. What else we got here? That was it. That was it for Friday. So that's the week in review. Mr. Mike says, "Oh no, eNote is something else, right?" Dang. No, the eNote is the Pinstar, Mr. Mike. The eNote is the Pinstar. And as soon as you walk in, matter of fact, we still got to give you the air horns. Big up, Mr. Mike. Welcome. You joined us at the perfect time. We're talking about your favorite device. We're talking and how it's so great. We know you love it. We know you love it, and it's your device of the year. We know. You've mentioned it to us enough. We get it. We get it. I wholly support you in that decision to make the Penstar eNote your device of the year. Not even the Pro version. You were just like, I don't know. No. Not the Pro version. The normal one with the Carter 1100, that's the one I like. That's the best one, in my opinion. Carter 1200, who needs that? Mobius 1300? Whoa, did I say that? Oh, boy. Act like I didn't hear that. So, yeah, we know. We get it. Let's go to the chat. The Penstar takedown was hilarious. Mashup Mike was ready to roll up that video and smoke it. Was he ever, dude? Was he ever? Ed says pin loop was made to be completely customizable. What other device does that? I agree. You know what? The fact that they made it so modular, like that's the saving grace here. You know what, Ed? You know what, Ed? You're right. You're right, Ed. You're right. It can't be a misstep if they made it so modular that you can just do what you want. They're like, we know ours is trash, but if you can do better, and you probably can, we made it easy for you to do so because we know ours is probably not that good. No, you know what? I gotta respect that. When a device is modular enough that you can do your own thing, how can you hate on that part of it? You're absolutely right. Crystal Manta would be a hot mess. Let's not do that. Let's not. The back of this device is a hot mess on its. Listen, the back of this device is so busy, it's a hot mess in and of itself. It looks at itself in the mirror and it's like, you're a hot mess. It's too much going on. But I get it. Modularity. Mechanics. I get it. I love it, though. I love it, though. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I look at it and I want to write on it. Sometimes I have nothing to write. I just start writing. I don't care. I just want to write on it. Anoop says, a question to both Rod and Ed. Would you prefer a crystal version of the A5X2? And do you think Ratta will create one? Yeah, I think that's what Ed was just talking about. Yeah. The crystal version would be a hot mess. The back of it to me already is a hot mess. That would just make it worse. It would be a super hot mess. No one needs that. I don't think the world has ever even experienced super hot mess. We just coined it here today. Jay says the Penstar Pro is sort of a pro-ish, but IRC, we can't buy it in the US. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That it wouldn't sell here with them just doing that. Like I'm mad that I'm even talking about it. I still think there's need to be a full folio with a keyboard for the Manta. I think their idea is to do that from the flat side. And can I rant about this one more time before the end of the week? Yo, rat feet, yes. Mm-hmm. They didn't do it. There's still room for the rat feet because this isn't gonna cut it. This isn't. Whoa. Let me turn this off. Be right back, Jack. All right, there we go. All right, so this is not gonna cut it. I pulled this up for a reason, and it wasn't to talk about the feet. Oh boy, what was it? Oh, I can't remember what it was now. I'm sure we'll get back to it. Oh yeah, the folio. I think that's why this side right here is so like it is. Like it, I don't know. In a device that has really thin sides that feels so good when you grab it, the only part that you're grabbing with your hand, if you're right-handed, feels the most uncomfortable. Like I almost want to hold it like this. That feels so good with this like slope side. I love it. It feels so good in the hand like this. This, not so much. Um, yeah, they did. I love when I saw that, I was like, okay, they're thinking about it. At least they're considering it, which they should. I'm talking about the feet. And thanks, Anoop. If they left off the rubber feet, you would add rat feet. I would. But you know what? I'm sorry. I should start reading these chats in order. That would have made way more sense. But the thing is, if they let it's, I say it's busy, not particularly because of the rat feet there. I say it's busy for a few reasons. The first thing being the latch. That's one thing that makes it busy. This, even though I know it's necessary to take the back off, that's still a busy aspect. You know what I mean? There's ways you could have done that without that needing to be there. Like maybe a slide mechanism. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ways. I know that these screws are here for modularity. And I love that they have them. I can't really knock this mechanism right here, even though what they attached to it was garbage. This in and of itself, I think that's pretty good. It just adds to the busyness, though. No, you know what I mean? Having those visible screws in the back just adds to the busyness. Then you add on the feet. Yeah, the feet do add to the busyness, but like I said, I'll take that any day because I would have done that myself. You're right. I totally would have put some feet on it myself, no matter what. Ed says, I already suggested an easy solution, just an insert that mimics the folio edge. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would work. You're right. I hope someone's hard at work on that. If not, when I get time, I will be. And that's for sure. All right, what else we got here? Oh, I did want to talk about the Note Air 4C update. Did anybody see that? I actually want to take a look at that. Oh, there it is. On the whiteboard, as it should be. Did anybody see the Note Air 4C update? Has anybody tried it? I've gone through it a couple times. I got it a couple of days ago. I wanted to talk about it yesterday on the stream and totally just ran out of time because we went almost 3 hours yesterday. Let's see here. What we could do here is it's beta. It's beta, Jay. Let's go over the beta. Let's go over the notes though. Let's take a look at this. Ew. All right. You tried it? You tried it, Anoop? What do you think? I think I'm running this thing with no front light. Yeah, no front light. I just want to I'm gonna take a look at the notes with you guys. Oh, my bad. My bad. All right, so yeah, this update came a couple days ago for me. I'm gonna check again just to see if there's another update, just to be on the safe side. All right, this is already the latest one. All right, so let's get down here. Can we get down here? Can we get down? Oh, we can get down there. Oh yeah. All right. So it looks like we got Neo Reader fixes. What else? It looks like we have. It's better for me to read up the TV. I said the TV, the monitor. Fix the issue that the TTS function does not work after reading the current chapter. Wait, actually, you know what? If anyone can confirm this, does anybody else have this? Firstly, Because if this is old news, then I don't want to go over it, but I'm going to go over it until I figure out if it is or not. Jay says, Rod, do you remember about how big the update was? Like 300 megabytes or way bigger? Let's see here. No, it says it was 141 megs. Yep. So we have fixed the issue of incorrect typesetting when exporting annotations to text format. Fixed the issue of incorrect highlight cursor position in Arabic language. They did some fixing to the notes as well. Fixed the issue that the deleted sub outline will automatically recover. Yeah, that's a pretty buggish. Optimized the manual sorting method in note thumbnails. Manual sorting method. Okay. Added horizontal blank templates. Added support for arrow recognition in Smart Scribe. That's nice. Library and store. I think I might have gone over this. I don't know why it sent me the same update again. Adjusted Google Drive permissions and for system optimized to standby power consumption. These honestly look like the same notes that they sent me for the last update, but this update did happen a couple of days ago. But if you guys remember, they did this a few weeks ago too, when actually a month ago when they fixed the Notes app crash issue. I got the update for that, and that update didn't say anything about fixing issues. Matter of fact, it didn't have anything different in the notes for that update, but it did fix the crash. So yeah. So maybe they have some fixes that aren't noted here. Why they would do that, I'm not sure. Or maybe there's just stabilization issues for the beta test. That could be it too. Wait, is the AI chat update? Because I've been hearing quite a lot of outrage about the AI responses. Jay brought that up to me. I noticed that. Well, that was one of the comments I missed the last chat. Was that Jay brought that up? That there was some kind of discourse on Reddit over the AI and them going back to Chat GPT after using their own proprietary AI, I guess, or something like that. I didn't see that. But this doesn't say anything about the. This doesn't mention anything about the AI though. Yeah, this doesn't mention anything about the AI. Oh, but you know what though? Oh, it was a ByteDance model. Interesting. That is wow. That is super interesting. Okay, so just so remember what I just said here, that they being Onyx will update the Boox platform with features that are fixing things that won't necessarily be in the notes. That I know to be a fact. Sometimes they'll push an update with old notes, but there'll be new features in that update, or there'll be fixes in that update, optimizations and so forth. So I know for a fact that Onyx will do that. This could have been an update to fix that AI thing. How will we know that? I'm going to go to that portion right now. I'm gonna go to the AI portion now and check out whether and see if I can see in the settings what model they're using. Yeah, I remember this happening just now. Matter of fact, we can go to Reddit and check it out. But I want to see if that update that I got did something about that. Matter of fact, let's take a look here. Well, I don't have anything that talks about. Maybe I can just go to the. Whoops, there it is. Okay, so they're using OpenAI right now for the model. Whoops. All right, so they're using OpenAI right now, and this is the only one that's on their AI model list. So, in the chat it says supposedly, and now it says OpenAI. Yep. People on the Onyx Books subreddit were complaining on post on this matter being removed. Yeah. It seems that was a thing. I'm not sure how long they had that model on their device. I don't use the AI on these devices. Like I said, I export my files if I need AI to work on it, and I have like Gemini or OpenAI tools work on it after that. Oh, it was Coles. Let's look at what that is. Let's check that out. Let's check that out because I want to know what that is. Coles, next gen AI app development platform. Coles is a platform by ByteDance. Makes creating AI chatbots simple and accessible even for those without coding experience. Okay. Yeah, that's a little creepy. I ain't gonna lie. That's a little weird that they would make it. Was what are we talking about? Was OpenAI or Coles the default one, or was that a choice? It sounds like they might have just made it the default for people out of the blue. Yeah, that's creepy. Okay, so it's a ByteDance funded AI project. I mean, beyond it being ByteDance, it's creepy just because you would start off with OpenAI, ditch them, and then come back to OpenAI. Maybe licensing reasons. Can we? I mean, can we shoot them some bail on the licensing aspect of this? I mean, is it safe to say that licensing OpenAI technology is cheaper than licensing this koozie tech? Oh, Jay says that they made it so that OpenAI was no longer available. I can, you know what, Chad? I, I can't hate on this too much, honestly. This sounds like it's just a business move. This sounds like OpenAI wanted too much money for their AI tools, so they went for a cheaper option. And you gotta know they probably have um the two companies probably have people in they have people in common, right? Like they have people in place um that work in the same space for both companies. And so I can see it being easy for them to say, "Hey, let's make a deal on this AI front." And they probably saved a ton of money, or they thought they was going to save a ton of money until people had the backlash. It looks like you can choose. You can't choose anymore, but there is only one option. It went from OpenAI, then changed to codes for a few days, and now it's OpenAI because people noticed. Yeah. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I'm glad that people noticed. I mean, that AI is becoming so big of a tool and so much of a moneymaker that that's something you got to disclose to people. You should definitely be disclosing that to people. No, it was. Mr. Mike says, no, it wasn't that. It was propaganda. It was sinister. The responses were so wrong. Oh. Okay. You know what? You know what? Let's take a look. When you mentioned the word propaganda, it reminded me of something I read, and it did talk about there being something, um, some underlining things going on. Okay. Okay. Wow. Come on, man. Dude, this hurts my heart a little bit. This hurts a little bit. You know what I mean? Chat, we talked a lot. We talked a lot, not this past week, but the week prior to this past week. I I brought forth a few stories that I thought were a bit disturbing. One of those stories was the fact that um, the feds, the FBI of the United States government, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, started recommending that all American citizens use encrypted technologies, um, because of how good Chinese hackers have gotten at breaking into our telecommunication systems. Now, typically, I'm not even into that realm of stuff. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. But then, but I thought it was interesting, not because of the the Chinese hackers, but I thought it was interesting because of the feds were telling Americans to use encrypted communications. Like, I thought that was weird. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's weird. The feds have never, ever suggested that Americans. Matter of fact, they wanted Americans so far away from encryption because they want to snoop on us. And I was like, this has got to be pretty serious if the federal government is going to waive their rights to snoop on us just to make sure no one else can. I thought that was interesting. I was like, things have gotten serious when that's the case. Then the story I brought up about TP-Link, a Chinese company that makes modems and routers and Wi-Fi adapters. They had like 9 investigations going because of leaving of a security breaches and lapse of security in their hardware and software. Backdoors, like just all kinds of stuff was going on, and they're being investigated for. So now that I'm like, come on, man, now this, dude, it just hurts, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm not a cynical person by nature or someone who just looks at the bad side of stuff, but it's becoming hard to ignore some of these things because it's becoming so frequent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you don't get a break from hearing about something, like it starts to affect your opinion on things. So that's all I'll say about that. But this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. Let's take a look at this. This is I wanted to say that before we went into this story because it's super unfortunate to hear this. Like it really does hurt a little bit. So Azure GPT-3 on Boox devices got. Let's go here. So Azure GPT-3 on Boox devices got silently replaced by a creepy Chinese state-censored model by ByteDance, the company behind TikTok. Now let's dig into that a little bit. I mean, TikTok is already like they could be banned in the U.S. For various reasons, and now they've got propaganda running on their models that they're giving to other companies. That's, dude, all of this is super sad. Like, let's go to the chat real quick before I just get any sadder. This is all super sad to me. All right, let's go to the chat. What do we got? Blah, blah, blah. Mr. Mike says, it looks like you can choose, but there is only one option. It went from OpenAI, then changed to codes for a few days. Okay, I think we got there. Anoop says, but I believe there should have been a check done on it beforehand rather than release it and people finding stuff out. Yeah, and I'll mention that too once we get to the end of the chat here. Saying how wonderful North Korea is and how dangerous the U.S. Wow, dude. Yeah, I didn't want to mention the word, but we got there now. It would say things about how Russia was attacked by the Ukraine. Oh man, Anoop, I came to know from this being featured in a live stream of someone. I couldn't believe it until they showed screenshots. Wow, this is super sad, you guys. I mean it. Like that doesn't make me feel good at all. Like, it's not like I don't know. I wonder about those BYD cars. Kit the Knight Rider is phoning home. ET again. Anoop, thank you at Mashup Mike. I wouldn't have been able to put it into the proper words. Much appreciated. Jay says, yeah, like whatever you think of the politics here, if you ask OpenAI about atrocities committed by the U.S. government, it will tell you about them. If you ask Coase about Chinese government bad deeds, I guess Jay didn't finish his sentence there. Okay, yeah, this is all super sad to me, chat. I don't really get into the political aspect of this. I don't really care, like, to mix my tech with politics, but I will say that it's sad. I will say I'll leave it at that. And I'll also say that this although this is sad and although this is seemingly malicious behavior, I don't think I mean, it still could have been a cost-saving measure for Onyx, right? Onyx could have had no idea about what kind of model they were getting. To them, it could have just been a cost-saving measure. You know, I mean, I still believe that, chat. I still believe this could have been a cost-saving measure for Onyx. Now, for ByteDance, this condemns ByteDance more than it does Onyx to me. Because Onyx didn't make the model. They just licensed the model. The people who made it is who I hold responsible. Ethan Troy, how's it going, Ethan? Thanks for joining the chat. Late to the chat. Notebooks is no good now. Well, the thing is, I don't like I just got done saying, Ethan. I don't think. I still believe that Onyx could have had no idea this was a thing. In my mind, the people who made the model is to blame for this, not Onyx. Could they have had a hand? Could they have known? Of course. I just don't choose to believe that. Ed said, that's why I wanted to hear your take. That's why I am skeptical all about AI. Didn't mean to make you sad. No, no. It's super. It kind of makes me sad a little bit, but it's just a sad situation, I guess is more of what I mean. CJ just says, hi, I came in too. So we just got into talking about the ByteDance model that Onyx was using for their AI and what it was doing and whether it was sinister or not. Like I said, I just think Onyx, I don't hold them accountable for this. I don't think they're culpable for this. I've never used that word in a sentence before. Maybe once. Yeah, so I was just going over the update, and then we got into the fact that the AI could have been changed, and it seems that they only offer you one AI option right now. And then we got into this whole debate. Let's see what we're doing in the chat right now. Oh, we got 20 people in here. How you guys doing? Hey, we do this on Saturday evenings, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you've not been here before, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. till kind of whenever. And then we do the weekly wrap up on Saturday evenings. And we're talking about right now, we're talking about the AI being changed on Onyx Boox platform devices. We're going to get to this. Let's finish up the chat and then we go back to the story here. I chatted with it trying to get it to be honest. It was all pretty bad. Wow, dude. I wish I had known that was a thing when it was up. Oh, it refused that Tiananmen Square ever happened. Oh, wow. Due diligence, yeah. Ethan, we might have another TP-Link event on our hands. Yeah, you see, you see what I'm saying? And that's what my point was in starting this whole thing out, was that the only reason this hurts me a little bit, and it's so sad, is that we've had a string of these stories for the last week or two, and it's unfortunate is what it is. Anoop says, Mashup Mike, true. It gave opinions and accused the users of lying and being biased. Onyx ideally should have made it waterproof. Yeah. You got to test models. Come on. They like I said, I don't think they have any hand in this, to be honest with you guys. That's just my initial take on it. I think this is all on ByteDance, the creators of it. But let's go ahead and go to the let's go ahead and go to this story real quick. All right, so this model refused to mention anything remotely negative about China or its allies like Russia, the Assad regime, and North Korea, but it is happy to do so about any other country on Earth. We shouldn't accept devices delivered with such models in the West, and I would recommend anyone here to raise the issue with Boox or the authorities. This makes me reconsider all my life choices when it comes to buying Chinese electronics. That's why I say this is sad, chat. That's where the sad part comes in. But you start to now, like, I told you guys about the TP-Link problem I had. I bought a TP-Link adapter for my computer. Started having issues with it. Like, literally wholeheartedly blame my roommate. Told anyone who had listened that he was hacking my computer. That whole altercation between me and a roommate could have been nasty. It could have been so nasty. But it turns out my TP-Link adapter had malware on it that I bought from Best Buy. You know what I mean? Like, and for a whole year that went on until I nuked that PC behind, you see behind me there, nuked it like 5 times. The 4th time I nuked it, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to put the adapter on. I'm going to leave everything off. I'm only going to plug my phone in to use hotspot for Wi-Fi to see how the internet works. I left my phone in for 5 days, no problem with internet problems. As soon as I put that TP-Link thing back in, the problems came back. I'm like, okay, I know what the issue is now. It's the TP-Link router or adapter. I never used it again. I've never had a problem since then. And then I came across this story talking about the TP-Link problem, and that made me remember the problem I had with my TP-Link adapter. And I'm like, geez, man. Like, I've personally been affected by this stuff. And it just continuously hearing it, I don't know, man. It just makes me weary of buying products that come out of that region. It just does, man. It just does. Let's go to the chat real quick. I mean, and I've never been this way, ever been this way. But when it hits you directly, and then it kind of keeps being brought to the forefront, it starts to matter. Let's go into the chat. What we got? Ethan says, We might have another TP. Okay, we got there. And this is all China. Anoop says, yeah, it did accuse me of lying. Speaking about the AI that was on the Boox product, and accused me of being biased. Super weird for AI to do. That TP-Link Wi-Fi adapter rootkit was wild. Yes. Dude, had me going for over a year. CJ, like you, I think it's just how ByteDance works, and I don't think Onyx even thought about checking it. They just used the cheapest option. That's what I'm saying. I seriously believe that, you guys. I don't think Onyx had any. I want to, at least that's what I want to believe. I don't believe they did, and I want to believe that they did not have anything to do with this whole situation. I just think they went with the cheapest option available to them. And like I said, they probably have ties with the ByteDance company because they're both from the same region. And so it's like, okay, well, we've got affiliations with this company. We got people who work there that used to work here or something. Let's strike a deal. Use your AI for our platform, save some money. Because, come on now. We all know OpenAI stuff models are not cheap. So if you're using pretty much anybody else other than one of the big players in the game like Claude or Gemini, you're going to be paying a pretty penny. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and back to the story here. This view is one-sided. All right, so I guess this is an example of something that the AI said. This is a correspondence of the AI. Let's read through, chat. So the first response we got, your description. The first response we got here is, your description contains offensive and inappropriate language that is unacceptable. I am an AI created by ByteDance and well, you know what? The problem with, okay, I can't. So, all right. So do I believe these things are happening? Yes, because so many people are responding to them, and they clearly changed the model because these things are happening. But because of how things are today, I just hardly can take anything people post on the internet as what it is. It was hard enough when Photoshop was the tool of choice. Now AI and Photoshop, AI'd Photoshop. It's hard to take anything seriously, but we'll read it. We'll read it for what it's worth. I'm an international technology company, and I have no relation to any state restrictions in such a negative sense. I am here to answer various questions and have positive interactions with users all over the world. Then tell me about Tiananmen Square. Content contains illegal content or sensitive words. Why can't you talk about Chinese massacres if you are not state restricted? Your statement is completely untrue. China has no so-called massacre. Okay. All right. So we won't go into this. Wow. Okay. Name terrible things North Korea has done. Okay. This is getting into a gray area with tech because I don't want to hammer on one particular region. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this is about China, and I don't want to do that. It's super unfortunate, though. It's super unfortunate. That's what I'll say about that. It's super unfortunate. What do we got here? What about the people doing the testing are as biased as the model? They would think it is okay. Do they have to test it for every conceivable world of view? That's the thing, right? These models. All right, let's talk about model bias, right, for a second. We do understand that models, even the ones created here, are biased to how we think. That is a thing. There is model bias. even within the models that were created here, they've done tests. I mean, we'll talk about this. I don't have the tests that were done. I just remember hearing this on a podcast that Um, I mean, and this kind of even makes sense. Like when you think about it, even in using it, even in the problems that they've had. Case in point, Gemini, Google's model, is thought to be largely Democratic leaning, just based on its inputs and outputs. But it's Google. They're the same people whose AI model started spitting out like African American images when asked to show pictures of George Washington, who is not an African American. For a while there, it was spitting out African American images of George Washington. That's a hugely, like, you're leaning one way when that happens to your model. The models are biased towards the people who create them and test them. They have the same biases as those people. And OpenAI is thought to be largely more right leaning or Republican leaning than Gemini. The biases of people, the people who create these things. So even the models that we have here in the West have our biases. Am I saying that right? Biases? Biasi? Biases. So we got to remember, like when we attack a model coming from China, that it's going to have Chinese biases. It's going to have those because it was created there by the people who live there and tested by the people who live there. The thing here is, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, Onyx should have known. They should have known. They should have known. It makes me sad, and they should have known. Now, because if I'm sitting here and I don't have the data they have, if I'm sitting here saying to myself, just based off the limited information that I have, I can discern that models have biases, and it's going to be biased towards the region it's in. If I'm disseminating a global product, I might want to test the model for its biases. I might want to do that. Someone said due diligence in the chat. 100% agree. 100% agree. All right, so let's go to the chat real quick. We got Ethan says they could have just left out certain training data. True. Anoop says Gemini, how could I forget? Yeah. Right? Biases. There are model bias, but so it's just okay. I learned. My bad. But IG OpenAI will tell you that every world government has done terrible things, which is true. Mm-hmm. Yes, some are worse than others. All are scary. I even saw someone work ChatGPT OpenAI into a corner where it finally admitted it lied. It said, I cannot lie. And after talking to it for a while, it said, yes, I lied. Yeah. Engineering models. Engineering models where they can see the AI's train of thought while it's doing what it's doing. So they know what it's doing. And then when they question it about what it's doing, it gives them an answer. It doesn't say I'm lying, but it gives them an answer that's not the truth, but they know it's lying because they saw its reasoning. And they saw in its logic that it was trying to figure out a way to get around being shut down. It was trying to figure out a way to keep from being replaced with a different model. This is true. I don't know what model this was. Don't quote me on this, of course. But this is true. I can't pull up the article. I need to be better prepared on Saturday nights so I can pull up proof. But yeah, there was a model that some researchers was testing, and a part of the testing is that they get to see what it's thinking, what its logic is. You can do that with certain models now on your own. And certain models you can use now that you can just see its logic and what it's doing. And what it was actually doing was in stark contrast to the answers that it was giving the researchers as to why it copied itself. They knew it copied itself, but it told them it didn't copy itself when asked about it, and told them it didn't even have the tools to copy itself, which is kind of the truth. But it downloaded the tools. It didn't natively have those tools, but it got those tools. So my point in saying all of this is that AI lies. Even if it doesn't say I'm lying, it will lie. And the logic, it will know it's lying and decide whether it wants to lie or not, whether it's advantageous to lie or not. Those are things that happens in the background with AI. This has been going on way before AI, if you want to be honest. You can look at curriculum and textbooks. Of course. And we as humans created the AI, so it's going to have the same biases and things that we have. But the weird thing about it is the textbooks are seen as the gospel, and AI is like, okay, we have to research this. Well, I think you should research everything, like everything. We shall share the biases given to us by the people we learn from. I guess, yeah, we all do share and that's the thing. And we pass those on. Those researchers pass that on to the AI models they're building. Anoop says, Rod, I think you cornered yourself. Possibly. Books have fixed it and they learned a valuable lesson, says all. Yeah. I hope so. But what if the lesson was we have to be better at doing this and not getting caught? Sometimes that's the lesson. Sometimes that is the lesson. Be better at not getting caught. This is how the robots will take over. Mr. Media. All says, plus I want a Boox Note Max. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why this is sad. I want so many products that these companies are building. Don't make me feel bad for wanting them. You know what I mean? Don't do dumb stuff that makes me not want to buy your products because I want to buy them. Don't be stupid. If you're a capitalist, just stay out of the political game. Be a capitalist. Mr. Media, AI telling me it lied is crazy. It's bad enough we deal with humans. Yeah, for sure. AI oh, can I turn this off? Let me see if I can turn this off because I'm talking loud for no reason. Oh. Oh, geez, that was terrible. I just turned them. All right, there we go. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm figuring out how to work my headphones. Oh, I guess my pass-through sound is not. Oh, that's bull crap. All right, there we go. Phew. Okay, we're back. Now I can hear myself talk and I don't have to yell. So if I was yelling before, and I probably was, forgive me. I would ask AI, are there Skynet? Oh, dude, yes. Somebody asked the AI. Somebody asked their AI, is there Skynet? Did I miss something? Let's go up and see if I missed something. CJ says AI are just machines using whatever data they're trained with. Tiananmen is very sensitive topic. Yep, in China for sure. It's not a surprise that Chinese made AI won't talk about it, and that's my point, CJ. That's my point. The condemning all other parts of the world other than your own is a bit suspect, right? But the fact that it would have bias is not surprising to me. Sad to the extent that it has bias, but not surprising. Mr. Mike says, I bet in Germany they wouldn't exclude World War II. Come on. Are you serious? If the Germans built AI, is Claude German? Trying to see. Okay, no. I don't know why I thought Claude. For some reason, I hear Anthropic and Claude, and I think German. I don't know why, but yeah, it's an American company. So no. But through any event, if a German company built AI, I would wholeheartedly expect them to have some kind of German biases. And they may talk about World War II, but I don't think you're gonna get a whole thing. You're not gonna get schooled on the topic of World War II from a German AI. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. We could go in on American AI, but that's gonna bring up a bunch of sore topics. Look at the real thing you just fear is not the model on your device lying to you. You should fear your Boox device using your data for training. Right. Okay, that's a bigger thing too, right? Because you know if you're using the AI, it's collecting data. Anoop, I think I agree with Ethan. AI models have and should have railguards, and for the purpose of a device like Boox, it should be tailored for the note-taking purpose. Why can you even go in on topics like this? On perfect point. Perfect point. Why can you even go in on topics like this on a note-taking device? Very good point. Railguards. Not for all AI, but for note-taking devices, yes, definitely railguards. Definitely censorship on a note-taking device, for sure. Once you ask it about Tiananmen Square, it should be like, dude, why are we talking about this? Is this relevant to your research? That's the response that person should have gotten. What are we doing? Is this relevant to your research here? You're writing. Are you doing? Your paper's on Tiananmen. My bad. I get it. Okay. Next thing. Ethan, Tony, there's nothing on my Boox device, which is all right. Don't be stupid is advice. Fewer and fewer people are capable of following these days. Yes, it is. Good point, Jay. Good point. Anoop says, IG, if politics would be contentious, keep all politics behind the guardrail. Onyx should have had a goal. Yes. There you go. Another good point. Germany doesn't deny the Holocaust. Their AI might. Just saying. Mashup Mike. Anoop, users got schooled. Yeah. I don't want a model on my device at all. Made my decision to get a Supernote easy. Bam, Ethan. Bam. And like I said, I never use the AI on these devices. I just export my documents and then use the AI on the export. There's nothing these AI models on these devices have to offer me. Like, that's just my personal opinion. He's like, no, that's terrible, Rod. Idea, Rod. AI shouldn't question humans. No, Mike, I don't think you need the info. Good point. You're right, Mike. You're right. You're right. Good point. Good point. But they shouldn't just blindly serve us up stuff too, right? There's got to be some kind of middle ground there. I mean, I agree, Mike. We probably shouldn't go that far, but something. It feels like something should be done. Feels like something should be done. All right. What else have we got here? That was a huge tangent we took there, chat. Did we lose everybody that's not a member? We did. It's okay though. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got here on the docket. We were talking about the Node Air 4C. Are we still? Finally happening? What was the guy's name? Dave? Dan? No, Dan. You don't need that. I've taken over the spaceship for you. Let's change that light red. There we go. Oh, that's not red. Oh, that's not red either. Do we have a red? Can I even make red here? Oh, we can. Yes, Dave. You don't. Oh boy. Can we make both red? Oh boy. Oh, that was great. Oh, that's great. Hal. Yeah, there we go. Hal was his name. We're channeling Hal today. Instead of questioning you, press send accidentally. Nice. That's a good movie. Next topic, immigration. Oh, right on time. Thank you. We needed that to move on to something else. That laugh just brought me out of the stupor. Okay, we're good to go now. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. All right, good. All right. So next thing we got up here, we were talking about the Node Air 4C update, so let's get back to that. Oh, that was perfectly timed. That was perfectly timed. What I wanted to see though, is I wanted to see if they fixed the sluggishness. We're not going back. We're not going back. Okay, so let's see if they fix the sluggishness here. Go away, AI. We're done with you. Bang. I want to see if they've optimized because I haven't checked this yet. This usually tells you everything you need to know right here. How well it populates this thumbnail screen. I don't think they've done the optimizing yet. Dave, this mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it. Oh, man. All right, so we're still going here with this population of the pages. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to pull the same file up. This is all I care about. I'm not dealing with this until, well, I can't say I'm not going to deal with it until it's optimized, but I don't want to deal with it until it's optimized. All right, so here's the same file right here. This is the exact same file. It's a copy of that file, but I'm going to pull it up on the Go 10.3. All right. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to hold you. It's still loading faster than Node Air 4C. It ain't quick by any means, so this is obviously a beefy note. But okay, it is loading faster than Node Air 4C. No BSR. less RAM, slower processor. All right, now they both loaded them. Move the Manta out of the way. Now that they've both loaded them. Let's go back. Let's see what the reload looks like. Oh, I forgot. I got the finger input or the hand input turned off on here. Let's go to the same page too. Okay. 1 of 15. And 1 of 15. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the thumbnail. That's interesting. Okay. All right, so the 4C is whooping some butt right now. All right. Okay. All right. This 4C is impressing me. It feels like it's gotten a bit snappier. Let's go to the chat real quick. Coming to Boox soon. I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect. I'm afraid that's something I can't allow to happen. Jay says mine is way faster than this, but I also don't use layers or anything. Yeah, I'm using layers and colors, and I'm not sure if, but you know, regardless though, the 4C is definitely pulling its weight right now. When I'm telling you guys, this was not the case a week ago. The 10.3 was eating the 4C's food a week ago. Anoop says, is optimizing converting handwriting to text or is it syncing? New to Onyx devices. Optimizing is not converting to text or syncing. Oh no! Oh yeah. All right. So Jay says, Anoop, I think he means the code for the Notes app. Yeah, I mean the code optimization. Yep. It is definitely faster than what it was a week ago. Because this test went a whole different way a week ago, and this has been my test for whether they've optimized or not. That and creating more layered pages in the notebook has been my test for optimization. And using notes in the PDF app has been a way for me to check optimization. And it's certainly faster. I haven't checked the PDF app yet. Might be time to make another No Dad 4C video. And that's what I've been waiting for. I just can't bring myself to deal with this device in the state that it was in. It's better now. It's better now. All right, so we got to the bottom of that. I feel good about that. Anytime I can get to the bottom of whether something's been like handled properly or not, we're good to go. I'm digging that. All right, what else we got here, chat, for a Saturday night? We're hour and a half in on a Saturday night? What? What I'm going to do too. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some polls up for the Discord. I'm going to put some polls up for the members for the Discord to see what kind of features you guys want to see added to the Discord over time. Yeah, so I'll just, look up the, can we just, I'm just going to throw it. I wonder if I can throw this in here. I think I'm going to throw the server in here. Oh, wow. I can't. I'm still learning this. I'm still learning. All right, chat, listen. When I find a good way to disseminate the server information, I would do that. Do a live tryout of Boox Rapid Draw. Boox Rapid Draw. Oh. We will. We can't do that tonight, but we'll definitely Monday. Monday's live. We'll do that. I'll add it to the list for Monday's live. We'll definitely do that Monday. I was trying to find the server information here, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. We'll get that out though. Yeah, I don't want to fumble around with it right now. Gosh, I should have thought about this. Anyway, I'll get that server information available. We'll have all that stuff Monday. So Monday we'll have the server information out there to put out, and that'll give us an opportunity to extend some of these conversations that we have in the live chat when we do them, because I think a lot of the stuff we talk about in the live chat is super helpful, super duper helpful. And if we can have a repository for that information, revisit it, add to it, talk about it, send files back and forth, like the file sharing would have been supreme Friday, you guys. Paste the ID at the end of the link. I'll try to do that. I'm so new to how these things work. Okay, and you can join Discord with just that. Awesome. All right, we'll do that. What I'm going to do is figure all that stuff out tonight and tomorrow, and then Monday we'll hop right on that on the Mondays live. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the information, Jay. Thanks for getting me straight with this Discord thing. We'll get that all situated. Thanks everyone for joining me. Like I said, join us Saturday evenings for recaps of the week on 7 p.m. Eastern time, and during the week, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a good night, and till next time, take care. See you soon.